players who have been there recently saying we would not even go back
first
there.
ever it is going to be Punjab and RCB
from a skeptic, all the best to Punjab Kings and their management to do what they want to do.
I would assume
RCB are the ones laid off pretty much everyone. They've just because uncapped players. They're like the Pakistan team. They can have brilliant and banal on the same good season. But and I think the fact that Virat Kohli is there, they laid off some big. But again, you got a buzz about Vinny KL Rahul go back. KL Rahul has said, I love the name. You can change everything you want. I'm a Bangalore boy. Somehow between the two Vinny's, I would be more rare. It's a fact. I'm going to be watching Bangalore way more on paper than
I'll also be watching Bangalore way more than Punjab only because of DK. DK's at that table and the fidgety DK that he is, Dinesh Karthik, that's going to be an interesting table to watch. But Monty, do jump in. Punjab, Project Ponting. Why can't Project Ponting really take off? Maybe that's what Punjab
needs. From a skeptic, all the best to Punjab and their management to do what they want to do. But I think it's RCB are the ones which are actually going to be more fun to watch. Just because
at Ricky Ponting,
they're like the Pakistan team, they can be brilliant and banal on the same day. And I think the fact that, Virat Kohli is there, they laid off some big names. What a buzz about will KL Rahul go back? KL Rahul has said, I love to go back to the Chinnaswamy. I'm a Bangalore boy. So between the two, I would be more keen. It's a fact. I'm going to be watching Bangalore way more than Punjab.
I'll also be watching Bangalore way more than Punjab only because of DK. If DK is at that table and the fidgety DK that he is, Dinesh Karthik, that's going to be an interesting table to watch. But Monty, do jump in. Punjab, Project Ponting. Why can't Project Ponting really take off? Maybe that's what Punjab needs.
Try and get him as well because you can see the impact. I think that's that he is able to be looking at. It's not Punjab. It's for them is they need a good captain. Who is going to be their leader for the next 3 years? That's where they kind of like found it a lot difficult. Punjab is going to be all about. That's why he's been drafted in. The teams that do most well and they win consistently. Build a new team. And they could be probably they've won the IPL right many times because the leadership was good. Pick up some really big names, a good leader. And they be strategic in their thinking. They could be end up being one of the strongest squads. They've got the potential to do that. But it's up to Ponting.
Would Rishabh Pant be okay playing?
Maybe he is. I reckon they'll try and bring back
that's another sort of
the left arm of God. They want him back in Punjab.
You never know. But maybe Pant wants
again, they'll probably try and get him as well because you can see the impact that he is able to have.
We have a lot of people joining us across from various cities.
Who is going to be the leader for the next 3 years? That's where they kind of found it a lot difficult. Leadership is the key. In the IPL,
I think it's Sudat. I think Sudat is joining from Bangalore. Hi, Sudat. So yeah, we've been talking about RCB a lot, and what's the buzz around there? I mean, I suppose you are there at an academy, and RCB always
going around
gives you very divided opinions there. So what's the buzz there for the IPL auction?
Ponting. Would Rishabh Pant be okay playing? Maybe he is.
So one buzz is everyone's expecting KL Rahul to come back home. That's the buzz for the past few days. It's especially gone up after KL Rahul himself said that he would wish to come back to Bengaluru. He expressed that wish. So yes, there's a lot of buzz around Bengaluru. I think a lot of people are also appreciating the fact that RCB has made some pretty good retentions here. I think Rajat Patidar is an excellent retention. I think Yash Dayal gets his due.
I think Sudat is joining from Bangalore. Hi, Sudat. So yeah, we've been talking about RCB a lot, and what's the buzz around there?
Who else can RCB retain if not for Virat Kohli, the most
and RCB always
RCB is going to look to break the bank on quite a few players this time around.
What's the buzz there for the IPL
You can definitely expect RCB to go hard when bidding for KL Rahul, be it for Rishabh Pant as well. But they'll definitely want to start focusing on their bowling. RCB especially gone up after KL Rahul himself said that the bowlers he wish to come back bowl in all conditions. And I think this time around they're going to look to buy that one key bowler, one key fast bowler around which they can build a lineup. You can very well expect Mohammad Siraj to return to RCB. So yes, there's quite a bit of buzz around RCB this time around. I think fans are, waiting eagerly for some time now. It's a storied thing that RCB has, the biggest fan base, the most loyal fan base ever. But I think fans this time around finally want a cup. The ladies brought home a cup this time around. It's time the boys bring it too.
And of course, the word, of course, is that the auction has also started with the first player, one of the most sought after pace bowlers, Arshdeep Singh, we know the RTM, we know Punjab itching to lift the RTM card.
And the RTM is very complicated this time around. It's not that straightforward. But yeah, Arshdeep Singh opens the IPL 2025 auction. It'll be quite interesting who starts off the bid. And of course, DC has their paddle up as usual. Thank you, I think, Monty Panessa. Thank you for joining us for your insights. Okay, and yeah, I think the bidding has started. Arshdeep Singh, we've been talking about Arshdeep Singh.
Absolutely.
Absolute gun bowler. And to my mind, I thought they'll probably, retain Arshdeep. For me, it was a surprise that they did not.
So obviously, I think the idea was to go and see how build a bigger, different sort of a core. They kept a few of their players and they wanted to see what bigger core that they could sort of shake up things. I think that was the whole idea. But someone like Arshdeep Singh, I think Chennai and Delhi kind of involved in that war there, unsurprisingly.
But Chennai would be looking for Chennai. Historically have had a very strong Indian bowling core, and if they get somebody like an Arshdeep Singh, will be great. But yeah, it's not going to be that easy for DC. Again, every team in a way is looking for that strong Indian core from a bowling perspective, and left armers Indian cap player is this very premium commodity, so to speak.
Yeah, so two things going in Arshdeep's here. One, of course, that your pacer, your Indian pacer, your second current Indian pacer. He's one of the favoured ones. And just to explain the RTM rule for those who are watching, a little unsure, it's not like what it used to be before. What happens now is you have a bidding and a team that finalizes the bid. Let's say in this case it's Delhi and Chennai. Let's say it goes up to when, and now Gujarat has jumped in. So it's Gujarat and Delhi. Let's say one of these teams finally win the bid and it's settled at an X amount. Then they will of course ask Punjab if they want to RTM, and if they RTM, then it goes back to Gujarat to hike the price. By a hike, you have given one chance to push the amount to whatever number. It could be another additional 1 crore to 5 crores number, or to just 50 lakhs. Whatever they feel they are willing to pay for that player. And of course, then Punjab right to matches it. If they are okay with it, I'm sure they will. I mean, you can't give up someone like Arshdeep.
I mean, you cannot. I mean, the bid has currently gone. I mean, 9.25, 10. So it's just the very first bid itself is quite huge. And quite interesting, there's GT. I was also thinking maybe Mohammad Shami would be retained. Of course. Could be a possibility there.
Yeah. The idea is you're looking at two pace bowlers, maybe a combination of an Indian and a foreigner, but it could be two Indian. Yeah. They had Shami and Mohit Sharma sort of leading the charge for them in the previous season. That turned out so well for them. Mohit Sharma really sort of turning the corner. I remember when I was working with them, there were so many times he wasn't even in the playing 11 that first season. But to sort of come back and get that confidence, Ashish never worked a lot with him, as he always does. He's always around with each and every player there, even if it's a support staff. So someone like Arshdeep, and now we see Bengaluru also sort of...
also chipping in. I think most of the teams would be chipping in. Arshdeep itself, such an interesting story. Yeah. I remember under 19, when he was part of the under 19 World Cup squad, there were 3 pacers who were being talked about, and Arshdeep was not there. That lineup included Kamlesh Nagarkoti, Shivam Mavi, and there was Arshdeep was there, but nobody was really talking about it. And look at him, the way he has come forward. That's quite interesting how he has developed himself. And you can't remember that Yorker in that versus Pakistan, the Asia Cup as well. So Jamie, Arshdeep, you think he's going to go over 18, 19, or 14, 15 would be it?
Sorry, I'm on mute. Yeah, I think 14, 15 is probably reasonable. I'm just seeing, RCB, Monty also mentioned that earlier, the bowling has often been problematic. So if they can acquire someone like Arshdeep on that very tricky Chinnaswamy ground, it'll be massive for them. Look, he had a decent IPL, but then the T20 World Cup, he wasn't he the joint highest wicket taker, and now he's a few wickets shy of becoming India's leading wicket taker in T20s. And just looking at Arshdeep Singh's graph, and the age, he's going to get past that mark very, very soon. I think India are due to play T20s in January. He'll probably become number 1. And looking at his form and his age, he's probably going to hold on to that tag of India's leading wicket taker in T20 ice for a long, long time. So not surprised for the teams making a beeline for him. And Vineet, Rupa, whoever gets him, they're going to be, 25% better than they were last season, because we're talking about arguably the best T20 Indian fast bowler going around.
Yes, and I call 18 crores for sure. I call at least 18, 17, 18
It looks like
for
it's going
sure
that way. It
for
looks like it's
Arshdeep.
going that
If they
way.
want to hike the price for Punjab, they match it if you want to, if you want the boy back. But we have reporters, we heard from Sudat just a while back. Chennai was bidding for Arshdeep. I want to go to Purnima, who's standing there at Chennai for us. Who do Chennai want in the squad this time, Purnima?
Well, a lot of them are eyeing for Ashwin because Ashwin is not new to the CSK team. MS Dhoni is known to make surprise moves. Right now, Arshdeep Singh, he's being the most wanted person in the bidding. What are your expectations? Who do you think CSK should get?
I think, Ashwin could be a nice choice because, that home association would always be there. And now that, he's not playing the shorter format of the game, so he could do a lot more well for CSK. And it's not new for him to play at CSK. So definitely Ashwin could be one buy. And of course, some of the other players like Mitchell Santner could be also there. And most interestingly, Hasaranga, the Sri Lankan leg spinner, could also come into the mix. So these are from actually the all-rounder capability. But again, from a batting standpoint, I would still want Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra to be back. But my first choice would always be Devon Conway over there because he's done so well as an opener along with Ruturaj Gaikwad. So I want to get back that particular combination which was going with CSK.
Right. So a lot of excitement here as well. Many students. One person who's a CSK fan wearing the yellow jersey. All of them, they still want MS Dhoni to be part of the CSK and never retire, right?
Yes. We want MSD back.
Yeah. So MSD and CSK, they just hope MSD continues forever. That's the word coming in from a lot of excited fans here. Back to you.
Yeah, we now will move to
Thank you,
Tauz
Purnima.
Rizvi from Mumbai. And Tauz, you are there, I think, suppose at the Shivaji Park. And again, I mean, the three big names or four big names, teams that everybody has an eye on, CSK, RCB, and of course Mumbai Indians. Of course, Mumbai Indians have had a very good, retention thing that they have. But then again, they are going to, look for a lot of names. What is the buzz there? What are people talking about? Who do they want to see, combine with a Hardik and a Rohit and a Tilak Verma there?
See, I'm right now at the Shivaji Park, the iconic Shivaji Park where Sachin Tendulkar started his cricketing career, right? So the buzz is great here. People are expecting a lot of things to happen at the IPL auction. And you know what? The surprising part, I mean, we had the best of the best retainers list with Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, you just name the superstars, we have it. But these guys want Rishabh Pant as well. I mean, Ishan Kishan used to, open with Rohit Sharma at the top for Mumbai Indians. So instead of Ishan, and he did a good job, by the way. I am telling you, he did a good job with Mumbai Indians. He may be, stop and start. But Ishan Kishan was, one of the most exciting players here. But today, these guys want either George Butler or Rishabh Pant. I have had a few words with a few players right now. They are busy playing cricket. They are enjoying their game. They are enjoying this is their life, right? In Mumbai, Shivaji Park Maidan, cricket is life, and every person, every individual cricketer right now is busy with their game. So, I mean, once they'll find out time, they'll join us and speak. We are going to speak to them. But off the record, we had a chat with some fans. They said they want Rishabh Pant as a wicket keeper. They want, or maybe a George Butler from England. I mean, these two cricketers, the behind the wickets, it's one of the most important, position behind the wickets as well as a batter. So these guys want either George Butler or Rishabh Pant, and also they have thrown a name. They want a partner of Jasprit Bumrah, and that is Mohammad Shami. Can you imagine? I mean, Mohammad Shami. So it's something exciting. These people are looking
to sort of cut you off a bit, Tauz, because we've just concluded that bidding war, and I must say I called it 18 crores to Punjab.
RTM enabled in the first.
RTM enabled, and there was a bit of confusion. I think
Yes.
Hyderabad were like, what do we have to do now? How much more? Okay, hike
I think Hyderabad bid for 15.75,
75.
then it went up to 18. But yeah, we saw the RTM, the revised RTM being used, and of course Arshdeep Singh going back to Punjab Kings at 18 might as well have gone in as the first pick then.
Yeah, and what a great pick, and they were excited. They were really excited to have him back in the fold. And again, the next person coming in, again, one more pacer. Again,
another Punjab King, former Punjab King pacer and quality. Yes, Kagiso Rabada, quality pacer. But in comparison to Arshdeep Singh, I think Kagiso Rabada somewhere, in T20 eyes does go for a bit runs, but again, there's no substitute for pace and no substitute for impact. But Rabada at 2 crore base, I mean, it will be interesting. I think Bengal, RCB has started the bid with Kagiso Rabada. They see a good partner there for Yash Dayal. But I don't know. Kagiso Rabada, what do you think? Would it go for over 10, under 10?
No, there will be definitely interest for Kagiso. Look, he's not proven himself to the extent that you would think that he could, but a solid buy any day. But Jamie, just getting Jamie to sort of jump in here at this point as well. Jamie, thoughts on Arshdeep? Again, predictable, but Kagiso Rabada. How do you see this one going?
No, I'll agree with what both of you just said. I mean, someone like a Rabada, I mean, look, world-class bowler, but he's one of those much sought-after players where Ekto, he plays across 3 formats. He plays Tests, plays ODIs, plays T20s, whereas Arshdeep does not play much red ball cricket, and he's played a handful of one-day matches. Maybe if Arshdeep Singh becomes a one-day regular, Rupa, with the eye on the Champions Trophy as well as the World Cup in a few years, maybe then you'll see his form in T20s impacted. To my mind, only because his schedule is such, or his workload, as we use in cricket terms, it's designed to keep him the best for T20s. Rabada is a much better bowler, I would say, but when you're in demand, he also plays league, so it's tough. I think had the IPL been played in a couple other countries, you probably would have seen Rabada with some better numbers. He's had some good seasons, but I mean, I remember him going for 40, 45 on too many occasions. He wants to bounce the ball in, whether it be for DC, whether it be for Punjab Kings, and we all know a lot of our grounds are not so conducive to his style of bowling. So I'd be very surprised, like you guys both alluded to, if he goes. Well, sorry, he's already reached 8.5. So, but I don't see him going beyond 10, but.
Punjab Kings were on point with their first buy, and I think their social media game is also quite good. Abhi Zinda Hai Hum is what Punjab Kings have tweeted about Arshdeep. Quite interesting. I mean, it was there that they'll probably look to buy back or RTM Arshdeep Singh, and that's what that has been done. For now, the bidding for Kagiso Rabada, I think it's on RCB's table right now.
Yeah, Bengaluru, and they're bidding for him, and frankly, even I'm a little surprised.
Mumbai Indians also bidding for
Mumbai also
Kagiso
jumping
Rabada.
in. Gujarat is in it as well. Yeah, I have to agree with Jamie there a little bit. 10 crores, yes, I would have given 10. It's gone a little above that. But also, I think a lot of the thinking for a lot of teams, and I must say that this kind of, you sort of think it because I was doing that mock auction with R. Ashwin, and you start thinking, how do you go? Do you go conservative at the start? Or do you sort of try and see, you want to save a bit and just focus on the top one buy? And then do you start thinking about the money?
So that is where I think this marquee set of having the marquee players right up there pretty much kills that strategy, because teams like PBKS, RCB, they can go big with these buys, and by the time the marquees are done, everyone's on the same line. So a Mumbai or an KKR, they might be actually very easy going in terms of the first marquees, and I think we have the second buy.
Not bad.
Second by
close
Kagiso
to what
Rabada.
We predicted, 10.75 going to Gujarat. Unsurprising there as well. But I have to sort of, before we see the next player, let's quickly just cross to Toss, because Toss has been there with us. Nice to see you, Toss, after a very long time. Hi. And I have to say, what does Mumbai want? I mean, we know that they've got a solid retention plan. Their batting looks gold. What are they going to go for when it comes to the batting? Are we going to see a super cracking pair, at least a new ball pair, along with Jasprit Bumrah? Who their target be?
Shreyas Iyer comes in.
As I said earlier, 40. They are looking. They don't have much budget. I mean, that is just 45 crores, right? Because they have spent most of their money on retention list right now. So they have the best of the players, the cream of Indian cricket, and the best part is they all are in form right now, right? So they want Jasprit Bumrah to partner. They want Jasprit Bumrah's partner. You know who? It's Mohammad Shami, right? So they want Mohammad Shami. I don't know. It's going to be very, very expensive, very, very difficult, because 45 crores they will have to go all out So these guys, these cricketers, they want Mohammad Shami as a partner of Jasprit Bumrah. Again, talking about other batting, marquee players. They want some big players in George Butler, as I said earlier, and Rishabh Pant. They are looking at that. Behind the wickets as one of the most important aspects. But I would like one of the players, one of the fans to come and join us, and I'll ask them what do they want exactly. Fans, they are very excited. These guys are busy playing, and there are many people out there. Youngsters come here. So आपको कौन चाहिए, किसको चाहिए आपको मुंबई में?
मुंबई में ऐसा तो कोई नहीं, विराट कोहली आएगा तो
विराट कोहली तो आरसीबी के साथ है. आपको किसको चाहिए मुंबई में?
मुंबई में ट्रेंट बोल्ट को चाहिए.
ट्रेंट बोल्ट को चाहिए. So this guy wants this. What's your name?
प्रणव आउकर.
Pranav Aukar. Trent Bolt has played for Mumbai Indians before, and this is going to be a great reunion of Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt if Trent Bolt returns to Mumbai Indians. But क्या लगता है Trent Bolt क्यों चाहिए?
वो बॉलर अच्छा है इसलिए.
बॉलर अच्छा है इसलिए. एक लेफ्ट आर्म पेसर इफेक्ट हो जाएगा. आप बताइए.
ईशान किशन
क्यों चाहिए?
क्योंकि वो ओपनर भी अच्छा और विकेट कीपिंग भी करते हैं.
हाँ, और कैसा गया था पिछला सीजन? ईशान किशन का थोड़ा मिक्स था. आपको क्या लगा? थोड़ा आप क्या एनालिसिस दे सकते हैं अपने ब्यूटीफुल छोटे से ब्रेन से?
अरे उसको तो अभी हेड दे नहीं सकते क्योंकि बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है.
हेड देने की तो बात ही नहीं, बट अच्छा प्लेयर है डेफिनेटली. ही इज अ वेरी वेरी गुड प्लेयर एंड एन एक्साइटिंग प्लेयर. ईशान किशन, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? कम हियर. आपका नाम क्या है? सोहम. क्या लगता है मुंबई इंडियंस किसको लेना चाहिए आईपीएल में?
आईपीएल में मुझे लगता है कि
अभी आप प्रिपेयर करके नहीं आए शायद आईपीएल ऑक्शन के लिए, फिर आप बैठेंगे कैसे आईपीएल ऑक्शन में? सो दीज यंगस्टर्स आर वेरी वेरी एक्साइटेड. आपको क्या लगता है? ईशान किशन उन्होंने बोला, आपको क्या लगता है विकेट कीपर कौन होना चाहिए? जॉर्ज बटलर, ऋषभ पंत, ईशान किशन, कौन होना चाहिए?
जॉर्ज बटलर होना चाहिए.
जॉर्ज बटलर. क्यों?
क्योंकि वो अच्छा कीपिंग करता है इसलिए.
और बैटिंग भी तो करता है.
हाँ.
Right, so these youngsters are very very excited. They say कि either George Butler, somebody says Ishan Kishan, somebody says somebody wants Trent Bolt with Bumrah. So I mean there are various choices, and these guys are very very excited to have a lot of players. But then I remind you, this is the budget of Mumbai Indians is just 45 crores, right? So in 45 crores they have to manage somehow some youngsters, some cricketers who can still make it to the playing 11, make it to the squad, so that Mumbai Indians can come out with a good team, a perfect team that can be match winning side. Mumbai Indians have already won 5 IPL titles, that is a record number, and equals Chennai Super Kings, right? So it's going to be one exciting call for Mumbai Indians fans.
Right. Thank you Thos, for that update, and we'll go back to the live updates here. And quite interestingly, Shreyas Iyer, even though he has crossed that 10 crore mark,
which is what we're talking about.
It's been mentoring. It's not been like Arshdeep or Kagiso Rabada like going up and up. And very interestingly, Kolkata Knight Riders
went up till a point.
Went up, I think, till 10 before Venki Mysore said we are out.
Yeah, we were kind of talking over here just off the camera when this whole thing was happening, and I was telling Vineet, I think Delhi is going to go hard for them, and then we didn't see Delhi jumping, and we saw Kolkata going. Like, what is happening? But the predictions I was making for Shreyas was has to go for at least 15 to 16 to Delhi.
16 as a captain.
As a captain to Delhi is what I was saying. Jamie, weigh in, please.
So look, it's a tricky one because the talent is so obvious, but unfortunately when you bat at number 4, he scores at a brisk rate, but the impression has been built up that Shreyas Iyer he doesn't have a maverick game. He's still got very good numbers. I think that somehow works against him. I would say, right now, look, he took KKR to the title. I know a lot of credit perhaps unfairly goes to Gautam Gambhir. I think Shreyas Iyer does not get or did not get as much credit as he should. I hear things, he just goes for the toss. No, he's much smarter than that. He's got a good, Tausbai knows, even at Mumbai in the domestic level, he's captain there. I thought he was very good with DC or DD during that transition phase. Yeah. So he's very sharp. So probably teams that need leaders, and I'm not surprised that DC is going for him. But I get it, Vineet, that clamor for him, like people aren't getting out of their chairs, falling over for him. I just think it's because, I don't want to use the word sedate, but because he's so chilled out in himself, and often batting at number 4, he likes to take his time. Somehow the impression is built at T20 mein, you cannot be wasting time. Maybe that perhaps goes against him. But on a bad day when your team is stuck and you need a guy to play spin very, very well, tough to look beyond what Shreyas Iyer offers, So also he's somewhat injury prone, and when he's in that Hardik Pandya zone, when he gets injured, like KL Rahul, he's often gone for 4 or 5 months. Maybe that goes against him, but as I say, he's nearing 16 crores. So what do I know, man?
Yeah, and also, I mean, we knew that, I think, even before the auctions, all the buzz was a lot of the Indian batters, even though they were beleaguered like Shreyas, he's had a tough year. Yeah. It's not been the best of years, let's be very honest. Getting on the wrong side of certain things can't really bode too well, but I guess that really works because IPL, I feel, is like a game changer. It can turn things around for you and make things go from sunset to sunrise.
Absolutely.
And that hunger is what could fuel him here again, going back to his own franchise.
After all that, whatever we have talked about, him winning that title with Kolkata Knight Riders in a way redeemed himself. And he was like saying, you know what, look at me now. Yeah. So after that, to have him release was quite interesting. But Rupa, I do want to talk to you about here, or want to have your thoughts in terms of, because you've been part of these teams, how does the dynamic work in terms of, just give you an example here, Punjab Kings and Delhi Capitals are the two teams bidding for it, and we had an eye for both Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer there, captaincy material. You have a Ponting at Punjab Kings. Yeah. Ponting was there also at DC with Shreyas Iyer and Pant.
Yes.
What would be the thinking behind, going for Shreyas Iyer from Punjab especially?
Interesting that you asked this because just going back to what you just mentioned as you asked me this question, one was look, especially if you're going for captaincy material, you got to gel with the management there, you got to gel with the system there. Obviously, you might think it's strange that someone like a Shreyas has not been persisted with by Kolkata, but there's a reason to it. We're not going to get into that there, but there was a reason to it, and we knew that he was not going to be going back there in Kolkata this time. That was what a lot of the conversations along the corridors what we heard.
The paddle went up,
and the paddle's going up. It's gone to 19 crores, my friends. I mean, he's going to possibly be the first to break that 20 crore barrier because Punjab is not bowing down, nor is Delhi.
Delhi is
I'm guessing
hard.
it's like you said, it's about that whole, again, that relationship. He did get along very well with Ponting.
Absolutely.
And they had a very good relationship back then when he was with Delhi. Not a very surprising turn of events, but we also sort of had this conversation that Punjab would go for two proper batters, not just a Pant. They would want Pant with a Shreyas as well, possibly.
They have the purse to do that also.
They have the purse to do that as well, and then who knows, maybe hiking it up for someone like Delhi who really wants a captaincy material. But yeah, I think that's my thinking as well at this point. Vineet, share your laughter, which you sort of...
No, I just was going through the tweets where there's Delhi Capitals also putting out a very interesting tweet, going up to 15 crores, old friend already. Yeah. I mean, you might as well, if you want to get your old friend back, if you have released, you might as well spend a bit more for sure. 21 crores, wow. So the first 20 crore bracket probably is done. You will have a lot more, and I think there's a bit of slowness in terms of what the teams want to decide on. But yeah, it's Punjab or Delhi, and it's very much clear cut there. As a captaincy material, who would you like to see? Go for Punjab or go back to Delhi?
Look, I mean, I think it's. I mean, of course, he would possibly. Either way, Shreyas would want to be a captain. He would want to go and captain a side. Let's be honest. I mean, he tasted that last year.
Yeah.
He knows what it's like to win.
I think he's
an
going
IPL.
As a captain in any case. Yeah.
He knows what it's like to win an IPL as a captain. Obviously, wherever he goes, he would want to be captain. This is also interesting because it's gone up to 23 crores.
Now DC is in a way in strife that what do they do now?
23 crores. Obviously, they're looking at him as captain.
I think both the teams are. Both Punjab and Delhi are looking at him as a captaincy option. And there goes
Punjab
the battle again.
Dying down. Punjab not holding back, nor is Delhi. Wow, this is the mini war before the mega war, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're right. Both teams need captains. I just feel he'd be a better sit at Delhi Capitals because the coaching staff or the management they've formed seems to be a bit more on the page. I mean, you heard me earlier. I mean, I lost faith in Punjab management years ago. They don't know what to do with the best of players. So probably between the two, Delhi and even Shreyas Iyer, I mean, I'm not speaking for him, but I think heart of hearts, he'd also probably feel a bit more better at DC because he's been there before. He knows, But 24 crores is a lot more than I thought, and we haven't even got to Rishabh Pant yet. So wow.
I mean, I was saying 17, and it's gone to 24 because both of them aren't pulling back. They just they've gone at it with Shreyas Iyer. But just a thought as well on we always talk about how, yes, and Jamie, you mentioned the word sedate. You don't really associate sedate with T20 cricket. I get it, but a lot of teams have worked with that middle order sedate player. But they've obviously paired up with those fire hitting, batter at the top and someone who can go big guns in the middle to lower. So you have someone who can sort of stitch that together. I think that's the role that he would want.
Yeah, most definitely, and also the added skill set of he's one of the better players of spin bowling in the T20 format, in the sense he can go gung ho against spinners. And on that note, I think officially the most expensive buy it would be, he has crossed at 25 crore mark, Shreyas Iyer, and this is within the first half an hour of IPL auction. We still have 574 odd players to go, and that's still going. 25.25 Delhi and Punjab.
I would quickly like to bring in Toss here because he is a Mumbai lad. Let's not forget Shreyas is a Mumbai lad. Toss, thoughts on this as well? Shreyas being fought over Delhi and Punjab.
No, absolutely, man. This is something very big. Shreyas Iyer, obviously, he's been a winner. He's been a leader. Somebody who's won the IPL title only last year. I was surprised why did KKR release Shreyas Iyer. And a lot of people from Mumbai, right? A lot of people from Mumbai, a lot of cricket fans, because he's a Mumbai boy. And yesterday itself, he got a century in Syed Mushtaq Ali, and what a start. I mean, again, what a week it has been for Shreyas Iyer. He got a century yesterday for Mumbai, and then today he's been fought over for worth crores and crores of rupees. I mean, he's a dynamic player off the field or on the field. And the kind of batter he is, magnificent. The way he bats, the way he takes on the attack. Yeah, there have been patches, there have been days when there have been years, in fact, some of the time where he's not been in form. But this guy is full of confidence, right? This guy is all about confidence, and if he takes the field, he acts like a leader. I mean, even if he's not the leader, I mean, the way he leads those youngsters, the way there is a lot of swag related to Shreyas Iyer. I mean, and you know what? Worli is not very far away from Shivaji Park. It's very close, and Shreyas Iyer has played a lot of cricket in Mumbai. The Maidan, and you know what? On the left, there is Shivaji Park Gymkhana right now, and this is the place where Shivaji Park Cricket Academy, Shreyas Iyer made his cricket career, started his cricket career from under Praveen Amre. So it's been fantastic, yeah. This is 25 crores is huge, and still people are fighting. I mean, the teams are fighting over him. It's something big for Shreyas. I mean, he would be definitely looking, on TV exactly who's fighting for me. But I would like to know the views of fans regarding their Mumbai boy being, bought worth. I mean, there is a fight going on. Come here, boy. Tell me, श्रेयस अय्यर मुंबई 25 करोड़ के ऊपर जा रहा है. आपको क्या लगता है यार? श्रेयस अय्यर मुंबई बॉय है, उसको मुंबई में रहना चाहिए था, और दिल्ली और पंजाब वहाँ पर फाइट कर रहे हैं. मुंबई में रहना चाहिए था, मगर वो दिल्ली और पंजाब फाइट कर रहे हैं. तो कैसा लग रहा है आपको? कहाँ जाना चाहिए?
वो तो मुंबई में आना चाहिए.
अच्छा, he wants Shreyas Iyer in Mumbai, but the pocket, I'm telling you, it's just 45 crores that they have left. So 25 crores, even if they go for Shreyas Iyer, worth 26 crores, it's going to be difficult for Mumbai. मुंबई के लिए difficult हो जाएगा.
हाँ, वो तो हो जाएगा difficult.
बाकी प्लेयर्स भी तो खरीदने हैं ना. तो अब अगर श्रेयस के लिए जाओगे तो क्या लगता है आपको, मुंबई छोड़ के किधर जाना चाहिए श्रेयस?
दिल्ली कैपिटल.
दिल्ली कैपिटल, सो दिस इज व्हाट दिल्ली कैपिटल्स. क्यों, क्या लगता है आपको?
वो दिल्ली कैपिटल को, मतलब वो अच्छा खेलता है इसलिए दिल्ली कैपिटल, क्योंकि मुंबई तो अभी उसको ले नहीं सकती.
अच्छा, केकेआर भी तो खेला है, केकेआर का कैप्टन रहा है और इसने लास्ट ईयर आईपीएल जीता है. तो केकेआर को नहीं जाना चाहिए वापस?
केकेआर को अभी केकेआर खरीदेगी तो मतलब जाना चाहिए वैसा भी. फिर दिल्ली कैपिटल में उसने एक बार केकेआर को ट्रॉफी जीता है. दिल्ली भी जीतना चाहिए ना.
दिल्ली भी जीतना चाहिए. दैट इज समथिंग वेरी एक्साइटिंग, दिल्ली भी जीतना चाहिए. केकेआर जीत चुकी है. मुंबई इंडियंस का बजट थोड़ा ऊपर हो जाएगा अगर श्रेयस अय्यर के लिए गए. सो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी समथिंग, दीज फैंस आर डिवाइडेड ओवर द लॉयल्टी, द श्रेयस अय्यर फैक्टर, ऑल्दो बीइंग अ मुंबई बॉय. आई मीन, you just saw what this guy said. And Shreyas Iyer, what else to say? I mean, people are still fighting over him.
Yeah, and we're just sort of going to break into this to announce that he's been sold to Punjab.
Punjab, 26.75. Wow.
Delhi really held on. They really went the
Delhi
distance.
couldn't really, because with 73 crore in their purse,
It's difficult, of
it
course.
is very difficult. I mean,
So
Punjab played the game really well there.
We were pegging for Punjab to probably go that extra mile for Pant, but maybe they were thinking it depends on who comes in first. If it's Shreyas, we're going to go for Shreyas. Jamie, this is incredible. It's 26.75, is it?
26.75, yeah, 26.75
Jamie?
for Shreyas, PBKs.
Absolutely, it's an amazing amount of money to splurge on Shreyas Iyer. But again, like we discussed earlier, when you got rid of most of your players, you just kept 2 uncapped players. Yes, you have 92 odd crores, but you've hit the reset button unlike any time in your past 16-17 year existence. So I think with this reset button, you've also got a fantastic guy. I think because of several factors, at KKR he batted at number 4. I think with this fresh slate, he should bat at number 3. You'll probably get more out of Shreyas Iyer batting at number 3. You're playing half your games in Mohali. It's one of the better grounds. The ball comes onto the bat. You might actually see him, finally get that 500 odd run season, which we've not seen from Shreyas Iyer. So yes, I'm surprised that he's gone for nearly 27 crores. But given the fact that he's hot off an IPL title win, he's got the leadership capabilities. People seem to like him. The swag, like Tausbai mentioned, that swag goes a long way in connecting with franchises and their fan base. One reason I've been critical about Punjab over the years is because I just feel they've not built a proper Punjabi or Mohali fan base.
Yeah, right.
Captains have often been someone outsider, and I think this guy is a total outsider. But people do like him. He's box office. He connects with the youth. So very, very keen to see how, more than Shreyas Iyer, how Punjab build around this now. They've spent a lot of money on him. Yeah. What next? You can get the best captain. You can get the hottest property. But you've only got 3 players. You've got to get 22 more players. So this time tomorrow, we may have very, very different views about how Punjab have spent. Because after all, it is Punjab.
Yeah, and we got to I think we will touch upon their strategy a little bit as the auction progresses, because we were under the impression that they would want to go for someone like Pant, but clearly they're working around their captain, which in this case clearly is Shreyas. The next person on right now is Jos Buttler. Really interesting to note that. So Jos Buttler, obviously the teams going for him are Gujarat and Rajasthan. And I was just talking to Vineet earlier because we'd done this mock auction where I had picked Jos Buttler while I was at Gujarat, and Gujarat is going in. So is Punjab at this point.
Yeah,
right. But I also mentioned to Vineet that maybe Gujarat will not be keen on someone like a Jos. They could go for someone like an Ishan. But thoughts on this, Vineet?
Both Ishan and Jos Buttler, look, this was a template of having an explosive batter and a steady batter. Was a template kind of set where, I'll go back to your David Warner, Johnny Bairstow, SRH era, where both of them explosive, but had a very solid partnership there. You saw it with SRH the last time around with Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head, both of them explosive. That explosiveness is what everybody is looking for. For GT, you already have a Shubman Gill, you need that explosiveness.
At the top.
At the top. Jos Buttler /
Has to open
Ishan
with Shubman
Kishan.
if they get him.
So Jos Buttler / Ishan Kishan, and as you said, it is the luck of the draw. If Rishabh Pant had come in earlier, he would have gotten more. Now Jos Buttler comes in ahead of an Ishan Kishan, maybe that would boost up there. And GT's thing is, whoever comes first, we will go.
Absolutely. And with Jos, you're not just getting a batter, you're getting a keeper, you're getting 2 roles for the price of 1. So
Absolutely.
You're okay with pushing that extra mile, going beyond that 15. Maybe they're keeping a cap of 18 or so, or maybe 16 or so for someone like Jos. They'll be willing to go that far for him, and you're getting someone who's a mentor. Jos has proven how he can play under a captain despite being a captain of a national side. I spoke to so many of those people who are part of the Rajasthan and Mumbai franchises, Vineet. They absolutely love Jos. He's stayed in touch with every single person whom he's had even a word with in the entire franchise. They love him off the field. He's a fiery cricketer on the field. Gujarat going for him. I feel vindicated, Jamie.
See, the problem, Rupa, with Gujarat is it's even in that title-winning season, it's pretty much the runs come from the openers. The middle order is. I know David Miller had that fantastic season, but David Miller has gone off the boil. Hardik Pandya has moved on. sometimes Vijay Shankar, sometimes they just keep on changing players. So Josh Butler, if he pairs up with Shubman Gill, I mean that is, I won't go too far as say that's Yashasvi Jaiswal and Josh Butler material, but it's coming very close. But look at his most recent return. He just returns to the England setup after a long time. He bats number 3 and he gets 83 off some 44 balls. So a team like Gujarat, they can stick with Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill. Their problems start from 3, 4, 5. You can bat Josh Butler at number 3. Traditionally, we've always seen him as acha, wo sirf opening karta hai. But in a new role with Phil Salt and the other guy opening in the West Indies, he comes in number 3 and he bats the same way. So if he goes to Gujarat, he actually
also
gives...
Jamie, therein I think where you will get a better value in Josh Butler is the fact that with Rajasthan you've seen him batting deep as well.
Correct.
According to the situation, he is somebody who can deep bat. He is not at that one-dimensional, I wouldn't want to say Ishan Kishan kind of mold where in the power play he'll go big and then,
But
don't know what to
is,
do. Josh Butler can change tack there.
No, and also Gujarat has this thing of left-right as well, right? They love the left-right competition, and it's sold to Gujarat.
15.75, that's again not that much of amount of if we consider the last 3 buys, but again very good
happy.
buy.
They'll
very
be happy
good
with
buy
this.
for GT at 15.75 for Josh Butler.
They'll be happy with this one. Yeah, sure, Jimmy, go on.
It's their best buy because since Hardik Pandya moved on,
absolutely,
the batting, it's almost like half the batting went there. You need that guy, right? If David Miller had another bumper season, they probably would have done better. But he's inconsistent. You just need that guy. Again, I get your point. We need Josh Butler also bats deep, but Rajasthan's number 3, he loves batting deeper even more. So sometimes they leave 25 runs out there. It's a problem of plenty. You got Hetmeyer batting at 5. Gujarat don't have that luxury. So I'm actually very glad.
It's a very good buy.
No, but Jamie, that's why I wanted to talk. So this is why I want to say something. I'm sure that Gujarat is planning to get one more solid, big batting, either an all-rounder, bowling all-rounder for that middle order. They need someone like that. I mean, yes, you have a Joss, or maybe they look at Joss, like you said, to hold that middle order and to go big. With Sai kind of being that anchor role at the top somewhere, he's good with that. He can hit the fluid shots as well occasionally. So they're building it around Joss somewhere in the middle. So they have again like a Rahul or a Shahrukh to sort of pad them up lower down the order as well. You don't have to sort of then invest in someone who's somebody else as well. They're kind of making up for that. But what a buy. Solid
It's a very
buy.
good buy at 15.75 to be honest. Very good buy there. And we also have very recently the most expensive buy. Now not Mitchell Starc. I was quite surprised in the terms that would be surprised if Mitchell Starc goes anywhere beyond 14 to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I would say 14 would be a very good one. There would be some sort of interest for sure for him, and Mumbai kind of showing that interest as well. Hopefully, Toss and his bunch of cricket army in Mumbai would be happy with that. But imagine Mitchell Starc with Jasprit Bumrah.
Ooh.
I am going to be shivering in my boots if I was a batter facing those two in Wankhede.
Just imagine Starc telling Bumrah, you're too slow.
No, but Jamie, thoughts on this? Kolkata in there as well. Not surprising.
I mean, look, Mitchell Starc, I know he broke the bank, but I know he ended up an IPL winner. But to my mind, I can recall 2 good games out of 16 that he had. So it's just a lot of money. The good thing is that he showed up and he honored his commitment. He didn't go AWOL again. But yeah, look, 24, way too much for the returns. I mean, if you divide the money by the wickets, any analyst will say that was just too
in the final 2 wickets, I mean, wasn't that rewarding enough?
No, I have to agree with Jamie here. I would sort of still veer towards a Trent Bolt more than a Mitchell Starc. Yeah. A Trent Bolt in power play any day.
But those
Trent Bolt rarely
got Abhishek Sharma and
2015 World Cup.
That's why I said. It's
2015 World Cup. I salute you, Starc. I mean, you won the World Cup with that one delivery against Brendan McCullum Baz. Nothing else matters. But yes, Jamie.
No, again, KKR, especially Venki Mysore, will vindicate it by exactly what Vineet said, But there were times you're like, oh my, I think his first 2 games he went for like 90 runs in 2.
Yeah.
Trent Bolt is not. I mean, Trent Bolt on a bad day will get you 1 for 37.
Yeah.
So, and again, like you mentioned, he's got that power play skill. But as we speak, Mitchell Starc has already crossed 10 crores.
10, yeah. KKR surprisingly in with them. I think Venki Mysore seems to have that kind of, some kind of thing that he's my guy who
not
won you the
surprising.
final.
Not surprising. I mean, you kind of thought that they would also be jumping in right there.
Yeah.
But definitely, I mean, I was sort of thinking Mumbai would go a little harder. But
I
Delhi's
think
in
Mumbai
there.
most definitely doesn't
that's the thing,
have
right?
the money. I mean,
45.
that first...
Yeah.
Mumbai
Exactly, yes,
have
Jamie.
45 crores to put together 20 players, right?
Yeah.
That's you really cannot have more than 1 10 or
Big
12
buy.
crore player.
Yeah.
मतलब तौस भाई 45 करोड़ में 20 लोग बहुत मुश्किल है यार
45 crores is too less. I mean, you have retained the cream of the cream, the best of the superstars, and then you expect Mitchell Starc or George Butler, Rishabh Pant. I mean, these are marquee players, right? They are going to go at a higher price, at a very higher price. So 20-25 crores for Mitchell Starc or maybe a Rishabh Pant or maybe even a Shreyas Iyer. I mean, he might have gone, but where I mean, I mean, you can't just pay half of the amount which is left in your purse. Right, it's going to be tough for Mumbai Indians. I mean, they might have calculated. They have the best of the talent scouts. They have the best of the strategists out there sitting in the middle. In the round, they might have sat down in the middle, talked before. Obviously, we all know they have been champions for the past 5 years, and it's not just like that. They have been champions. It's the strategy. It's the oh my God, it's very risky right now. You saw the ball coming in from nowhere and hitting the camera, so it's quite risky. But then that's the fun of Shivaji Park, right? That's the fun of Shivaji Park.
Yeah, Mitchell Starc still.
So, I mean, Mitchell Starc, they would have loved. They would have loved, but it's high price, I guess.
Mitchell Starc's gone to Delhi, gentlemen. Mitchell Starc sold to Delhi for 11.75. They'll be happy with this one.
They do have a penchant for taking fast bowlers. Henrik Nortje, Kagiso Rabada. I think they do have that inclination towards an out-and-out foreign pacer there. 11.75, yeah, something that
we said 13-14, not too bad. We were close to what we thought.
But yeah, I think I do agree with Jamie's point in the terms that what is the kind of returns. I mean, are you looking at a long-term return in terms of all the entire seasons or the one season or just 1 or 2 important games there?
My thing is with Starc again. I remember we had this conversation also some days back, and when we were talking about Starc and what Starc brings to the table when it comes to IPL. Look,
by the way, one last name left of the pot, Rishabh Pant. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. but I'm guessing that's the case. That's a name that's going to come up right now. But yes, Mitchell Starc. I think what they want to believe is the decent season he had last time. He'll probably carry that forward and repose the faith or some of it that they want to have in him leading the charge. But the player that we've all been sort of waiting for, and we thought that will break the bank in some sense, Rishabh Pant. I'm afraid. I am honestly afraid that at this point, what's going to happen. But considering you've had the war already for Shreyas, I'm not really sure which of the teams that are still vying for. I mean, I'm sure. I
think it's going to be Punjab for sure. Punjab for sure. You also see RCB. I think Punjab are just.
I think Jamie's trying to get in a word. James?
Yeah.
No, all good.
Okay, so Punjab, Bengaluru has started in right end. Bangalore has gone in for Pant straight off the bat, and with them is Lucknow and
so interestingly,
Bangalore.
Delhi Capitals with that Mitchell Starc buy are left with 61.25 crores. And if anything, if you go by the trend of Shreyas Iyer, they'll have to spend half of their remaining money on Pant.
This is a
which
toughie.
would be difficult.
This is a toughie. I guess the strategy then was pretty clear. Whichever player comes in first,
they'll take for it.
It had to be Shreyas, KL. I mean, Shreyas
it has
Pant,
to be either, either one. Can't have been both. But yeah, RCB now making.
But you cannot negate the interest for a Pant because there are many teams there that want a keeper bat, that want to have a keeper bat.
Interestingly, LSG going for Pant. You talked about keeper batter. They already have a keeper batter retained in Nicholas Pooran.
Nicholas Pooran, whom I'm guessing who they're looking at.
Most likely as a captain. Most likely as a captain. But yeah, new players coming in, new teams coming in so far who were quite silent so far. LSG interestingly going very hard with Rishabh Pant there. Nicholas Pooran and Rishabh Pant, two explosive T20 batters. Not that Pant hasn't had the greatest of numbers, but then again to have Pooran and Pant at 3 and 4
I'm not understanding the logic of that one, Vineet. try and understand this. How can you possibly have a Pant and
a Nicholas Puran? That middle order will be too volatile.
Too stacked up.
Too volatile also. I mean,
volatile, yeah. No, you need someone little more, in Jamie's words, sedate. In between explosive.
And you have an RCB there, yeah. RCB also.
Going in there, he's gone up to 10.25 crores
already.
10.25 is not surprising. And look, wait, we're gonna have a few more teams jumping in this year.
Most definitely.
Easily.
RCB with 83, no buys as of yet for RCB. So.
But again, interesting with Rishabh, Vineet, if we have to sort of delve a little bit about him again, coming back from that accident has been a tough last year and a half for him. Yeah. But here's the thing, Rishabh, what he's done in whites, has he been able to translate that to T20?
Yeah.
No,
that is the thing. Whenever you talk about Rishabh Pant, the batter, the explosive batter, most of us, or most of the conversation revolves around, he's been such a great batter, but we tend to, forget about, as you mentioned, the white ball to the red ball thing. Red ball, amazing, but white ball, the returns have not been that great, to be honest, and that is probably one of the reasons why you saw Delhi, being very, might as well, not retaining Pant, and whatever the conversation was.
Yeah, I think
that return has not been there in terms of him as a batter. As a leader, also pretty much undercooked to my mind. Not to that level of what an Iyer or what others are in terms of captaincy. But then again, as you mentioned, the story of it, and the brand also, people also look at that brand value there to have a Rishabh Pant. That also works in your favor. But from a batting or a keeping or a captaincy point of view, there's a bit more that he has to do. But then again,
Again, the logic that I had for Rishabh, was that maybe this is the season that he would want to focus on just his batting. He would want to prove that I am just as big a match winner that you think of me, and that's the reason.
Do you think maybe if that is the thought process, he might as well have been happy with DC?
No, it's also about how much money you can possibly go for.
No, you go for. But if the thinking is that, okay, I don't want to be the captain, but everybody would be after him, they would be saying, we are.
For example, Hyderabad is going for him, and they have a captain. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe the thing.
And they also have a keeper. Why they are going for Chopin? They have Heinrich Klaassen there, right?
No, I mean, my thinking with Rishabh Pant, at least for the next season, would be, I'm okay with just probably taking a back seat.
Batting, yeah.
Right. And focusing on the batting. But I mean...
But yeah. I don't know, from a franchisee's point of view, I don't think they'll think of it that way. If you are spending or investing this kind of amount of money on them, you want more. You want captains, you want something more, not just the captains. And as I said, if that is a thought process, he might as well have been better off in DC, because DC more or less were certain that Akshar Patel is going to lead the side. Pant would have been free, in that batting role.
No, understandably so, but I guess one of the main reasons why even the same thing that happened with Shreyas when he left KKR is obviously about the money. You have have to look at what money you can garner when there's a mega auction, and when the purse is loosened a lot more than it was the last time.
Last year, yeah.
So I guess, purse, yes. And it has reached 20 crores in with Hyderabad going in big. Hyderabad's purse is 45. They also don't have that much to spend.
They are not going. If they spend this much amount of money on Rishabh Pant, they will definitely be left with very little to build a squad around.
Yeah. Lucknow also in it hot, though Lucknow has a bigger purse to spend. They have 69 crores.
69 crores. Lucknow has 69 crores.
Yeah, and that's the retention.
I think RCB are out. RCB out despite their 83 crore purse. I think RCB are out of the race.
And that's the retention list there for both these sides. You've obviously
Virat Kohli, Rajat Patidar, Yash Dayal.
Bengaluru has those three players there. Haven't bought anyone to add.
They have not bought anybody. Yeah, I mean,
waiting for Chahal. Clearly.
Maybe they are waiting for Chahal or the local boys, KL Rahul, Devdutt Padikkal, there is Prasidh Krishna. There's a lot of local
next
flavor
lot
there.
Next lot, Chahal,
but, so I think RCB might be going there, but it was a punt that they wanted to take on Pant. If they were able to get him at 15 or 16, but that was never going to be the case.
Forgive Vineet for these punts, please. he's very upset with Lucknow and Hyderabad for going for another keeper bat and stacking up that middle order. Forgive him for that pun. But
retention list for SRH again, Pat Cummins, Abhishek Sharma, Nitish Reddy, Henrik Klaasen, Travis said, you don't want to go for...
Guess who's coming in, guys? Delhi.
Delhi. Delhi.
They've RTM'd Pant.
There's an RTM on Pant.
RTM on Pant, but we're waiting for the hike to see how much Lucknow is willing to hike the price.
Lucknow will have to hike at least 2 crores here.
Yeah, at least 2 or more, because they have that budget. They have that budget to spend. And
69, 2 crores.
2 crores, that's
2 crores, so that
2
is...
did he say 2.75?
They'll take them up to 20.
27. A 5 crore, a 7.
5 crore.
5 crore hike.
No, it was a 7 crore hike.
7 crore hike.
7 crore hike. 27, and that makes him...
And Lucknow has Pant. Lucknow gets Pant for 27
and Pant also becomes the most expensive buy of the IPL so far. 27 crore Lucknow Super Giants. Wow. From 69 you take out 27.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the retention list with Mayank Yadav, Ravi Bishnoi, Mohsin Khan, Ayush Badoni. You have a Nicholas Puran, you have an Ayush Badoni, you have a Rishabh Pant. All your middle order batters, and I'm not even sure after this buy, Badoni makes it to the 11 also.
No, so my question is, so are they looking at Pant as the captain? Is that why they haven't announced their captain just yet?
Could very well be a possibility. Everybody loves an Indian captain.
Yeah, so everybody loves an Indian captain, and Lucknow had an Indian captain with KL Rahul in their last season. So thoughts getting in, because you're vigorously shaking your head, so getting you in there. Thoughts on how this one went? We got one thing right. He's going to be the most bought.
Yeah,
but Lucknow,
most expensive. Lucknow, 27 crore.
Thoughts.
27 crores, huge. Huge. You know what? Why I'm shaking the head? Because I come from central part of India, which is UP, right? So yeah, Lucknow, Allahabad. It's very close. So I'm happy that Rishabh Pant has gone. But there is a factor. Rishabh Pant enjoys playing on wickets which is fast, where the ball comes onto the bat. I'll go a bit technical here. The wickets are going to be a bit slower, on the slower side. So home games, I think there's going to be some disadvantage. But if you go outside, maybe a Bangalore or maybe somewhere where the wicket is good to bat on, or maybe a Mumbai, he's going to score runs. But I believe Rishabh Pant, you saw he's been more successful in Australian conditions. Where the ball comes onto the bat, he enjoys, toying around with the fast bowlers more than the spinners. Spinners, are most of the Indian batters struggle against the spinners, as we saw in the last Test series. But overall, Rishabh Pant is the person who enjoys. But then it's also an advantage that he's a wicket keeper, right? So an all-rounder, that aspect, definitely Lucknow needed a wicket-keeper batter, somebody, he's a good replacement for KL Rahul, somebody who's been in form, Rishabh Pant. So it's a good buy, I believe. Again, he's a brand, a big brand, a superstar, and minus 27, minus 69 crores. How much they have now? 42 crores in their purse.
43, yeah, 42.
It's a big buy, but then Rishabh Pant,
42 crores,
42 not too
crores.
bad. So clearly, here's what we know here's what we at least feel. Rishabh Pant is going to captain Lucknow?
Most likely, yes. He is going to be a captain, not Nicholas Puran. Interestingly, Nicholas Puran was one of the highest players who was on the retained list. He was the one who got the most after Henrik Klaasen at 21, and now LSG are spending another record number on Rishabh Pant. I don't think they would have announced
anything yet, right?
As of yet, no. But yeah, quite interesting in terms of LSG going for Pant, Nicholas Puran. They'll have to look for two batters up there. But one team that I feel, Rupa, have probably missed out on this first lot is RCB. They went hard for couple of players, but they are still without a buy with a purse of 83. Punjab at least had some, with Arshdeep and one more buy. RCB, do you think they lost out on this first lot?
No, I don't think so, Vineet. Interesting point there, a valid point, but I don't think so. I have a feeling clearly that they're waiting for someone like a Chahal or someone like KL
Rahul. Of course, the next lot, if it's still there's a small break, the next lot, the M2 would be Yuzvendra Chahal, Liam Livingston, David Miller, KL Rahul, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj. And out of that, I am looking at 4 names: Chahal, Livingston, Miller, Siraj. Of course, that speaks of RCB there and there itself.
Yeah,
so maybe.
I think they were just waiting it out, seeing who they could get. I think they really wanted to get someone like a Kagiso. They went in for Kagiso, and so I guess they were just sort of hoping to see if they could get someone in that particular bracket. They would have set aside a certain amount for that marquee one list.
Absolutely.
Maybe 10 crores was what their budget was, because they knew that Chahal would again open up a frenzy. So would KL Rahul. He would probably open up a frenzy.
I don't know. KL Rahul, do you really think it would open up a frenzy, or it will be just 1 or 2 teams that are going for
I
KL
mean,
Rahul?
again...
For me, you know what? KL Rahul could probably be the bargain buy of the auction. That's what my prediction is.
No, to think that we wanted... Look, the logic of a lot of these teams or these franchises who come to an auction is, yes, of course, in the mega auction, you're looking at, for many teams who've not had a captain, few teams, not many, few who've let go of their captain.
5 teams have let go of their captains, half of them.
Who want to sort of rebuild their core.
Yeah.
But you're also looking at KL maybe not as a captain, a second a batter in that middle
Virat
order.
Kohli as a captain. Virat Kohli as a captain again for RCB.
Why not? I mean, it looks like it is, right? It looks like Virat Kohli is going to lead the side again. Let's do it for a East Sala Cup now. Maybe this time we'll rewrite the history. Why not? Let's go for
don't burden him with more of this. Why do you want to burden Virat Kohli with more of these things? Just hit a beautiful century at VGT. Let him come back. Let him enjoy his batting. Why do you want to put the captaincy burden on him again? He's been captain for a long time.
Look, speaking about emotional buys and emotional redressals, there's also word of R. Ashwin making it back to CSK, possibly this time, making it back to Chennai. Home ground, another few seasons, the last phase. Why not? I mean, it could happen.
Why not?
There are a lot of emotional buys. You've seen that happen in the past. They did that with Cheteshwar Pujara also. They did that with. So you never know that. We might have something like this in.
You could see a lot of those things. Ashwin, You do see a lot of value in what Ashwin brings in, and for somebody like Mohammad, for somebody like MS Dhoni to have that kind of experience there would be quite interesting.
Yes, and also go on, Vineet.
No, I think the second bit. I think the second bit has still not started there.
I think the marquee list too is going to be very exciting. We've planned. Everyone watching us, we've really done our homework, Vineet and I. We've gone through a lot of sheets and sheets of amazing stats, numbers, and
a lot of sheets.
we're really excited to take you through the day. Marquee one has lived up to a few surprises and a few
not surprises. Look, if you look at that marquee one, everyone, the least expensive has been Kagiso Rabada, 10.75.
Which is,
at one point in time,
we sort of said that. We called that.
We called that, but then again, 15 crores, 26, 27, 18, 11, insane amount of money just for 5 players, and you have 5 more coming in. But tell me one thing, do you think this 27 and 26.75 is going to get breached among the players that you'd see? KL Rahul maybe?
No, but who's going to contest? Maybe Punjab will contest. But the only team franchise that can contest to breach a 20 crore now can contest Bengaluru. Because Bengaluru is the only team that can actually pull off a 20 plus right now. But who will contest them? Someone has to contest them for that, and that's only Punjab. So it has to be a player that both of them really desperately want. Maybe Mohammad Shami. I don't know.
Ishan Kishan. Could be 25 plus.
Oh yeah, why not? Why not? Why not a wicket-keeper bat, right? And an Indian wicket-keeper bat at that.
Opening bat.
But we called a few things here. Those of you watching us, we did call a few things here. If you're not, we called Joss Butler, we called Arshdeep. We did call a few of them.
As well.
So yeah,
let's bring in Taz here for this Ishan Kishan bit. Taz, there's a lot of news, lot of things about Ishan Kishan there.
And Mumbai not going
for him, whatever things that we have read about and reported about. Ishan Kishan definitely not going the Mumbai way, but where do you think he'll land up, and what's the price that you're looking at for somebody like an Ishan Kishan?
Ishan is a dynamic player, and I don't know why. I mean, they don't want wicket-keeper batsmen. I mean, they haven't gone for Rishabh Pant. Obviously, he's going to be expensive, and we know exactly how he went 27 crores. Again, Ishan, Josh Butler, we saw, I mean, people were expecting, fans were expecting, yeah, they would go for Josh Butler. Again, if we are missing out on Ishan Kishan, then who's going to keep the wickets? KL Rahul? I mean, is that the target? But then that's going to be fun, right? But not going for Ishan Kishan. A lot of youngsters, Mumbai youngsters connect with Ishan Kishan. Again, you saw a youngster who was here talking to me where he said, यार उसको माफ कर दो ईशान किशन है यार, don't give hate and all. मतलब hate की बात नहीं है, just asking you. So yeah, Ishan Kishan, if Mumbai is not going for Ishan Kishan, but definitely he's worth 20 crores. Yaar. I believe completely the kind of wicket keeper he is. He's a youngster, great batter, somebody who swings the bat well, very well at a good speed, a good exciting T20 player. Apart from that, a pocket dynamite. I mean, we would call him. The way the Ishan Kishan and Rishabh Pant, you can compare them. These two guys are exciting players right now. One is coming from Roorkee, Delhi. The other from Ranchi, Jharkhand. He has his roots in Bihar. I don't know why. What's exciting? But a lot of people, a lot of Mumbai fans would be disappointed that if Mumbai isn't going for Ishan Kishan right now, because they were expecting, Ishan Kishan is going to be the player. He's going to open with Rohit Sharma, and the lefty-righty combination is going to rock again. But then we saw he was off color. Maybe that could be one of the reasons that Mumbai isn't going for Ishan Kishan. That is something we might have to think about. That could be one of the reasons. But right now, it's a bit surprising for me as well. I mean, I'm also a Ishan Kishan fan, along with Rishabh Pant. But Ishan Kishan has, I have a soft corner for him. So I would have loved him, but Mumbai isn't going. So they might use RTM. You never know. They might use RTM. He's been a Mumbai player, right?
It absolutely, Toss. I think I have to agree with you on one thing. Ishan, no matter what year he can possibly have, or whatever the chaos that's been going, that we're all aware of over the last 1 year, him in full flow. How can you even not enjoy, seeing an Ishan Kishan in full flow? But yes, right now the player who's come out is Mohammad Shami. Marquee 2 has started, and with the change in set, we have a change in person as well. Right here next to me, Vineet has skipped to grab a bit of lunch and sort of calm his nerves, because he was a little shocked with the kind of money that was getting spent in that first set. Kanav, go for it.
Hello everybody, my name is Kanav. I'm the sub-editor with CNN News 18, and what an auction. I mean, I'm not shocked that Vineet was shocked, because these are some big amount of money we have seen so far. We were expecting, it's a mega auction, so we were expecting there will be some big bucks, being paid to some big players. But Shreyas Iyer, I mean, I was shocked with Shreyas Iyer going for 26, because I know he's a skilled player, he's a great captain, you have a great batter in Shreyas Iyer, someone who plays spin really well, a great skill to have. But then again, 26 crore, and then Rishabh Pant was sort of expected that he will go for big money. I was shocked when Delhi used RTM for him, because I was shocked, why would you want to have a player you let go of?
No, it's also about the player. When it comes to all of these the mega auction particularly, from what because I've been with the IPL teams, I know how they think. A lot of it is also about what the player wants. If the player wants a little more from what they will get when they are retained, and they feel that they will get that amount outside when they're being bid for, I think that's another agreement that sort of, it's a mutual agreement that players and teams come to. It's also about, in some cases it is, change of platforms, like what happened with Shreyas. And we knew that he was not going to go to Kolkata. From what we heard, none of that we can possibly mention here, but he was not going to go back to Kolkata. But right now, not surprising, Mohammad Shami going for big bucks. Injury, no injury. We saw how he made a comeback there in the domestic circuit, on fire. Kolkata is definitely interested in that and so is Chennai. I saw Chennai coming in also.
That's interesting.
In between for Shami. Not surprising, because Shami has got a very close bond with MS. They both really, I mean, he looks up to MS. He adores MS, but come on, Gujarat is waiting for that right to match card, and they have right to matches available, not yet, but they're looking for that right to match card for sure. The bidding is still on.
And Shami playing for KKR, I mean, he plays for Bengal in the domestic cricket and domestic season, so him playing for KKR won't be a shocker for me personally. But then again, the man in demand. I mean, people want him to see in Australia right now, and these teams want him to play for their team. So the man in demand, focusing on domestic cricket as of now, but the bid here is already 10 crore for Mohammad Shami, and he deserves way more. Honestly, he deserves way more. He's a great bowler to have. I was shocked GT didn't retain him.
No, I mean that you feel like, okay, you want to RTM a few players and you let go of a few because you feel that might have a bigger sort of an essence. You know, a Rashid Khan, you wouldn't want a Rashid Khan going back into the pool, and he's also a part of your leadership think tank. So the sort of I'm not surprised with him not being retained because you have a right to match card.
Yeah.
But I will not be surprised if Gujarat right to matches him, because Shami in Ahmedabad is a marriage made in heaven. I don't think those two, you take them apart and you put them together and you have just magic over there.
Absolutely. And I mean, as I said, that he is the man in demand, and it's also quite risky at times, you know, putting your player into the auction and expecting that we'll use RTM. Delhi did that, but they failed because LSG came up with the 27 crore bid, and he sold. He sold to Hyderabad.
Wait, we'll see if there's so there's no right to match? Did Gujarat refuse to right to match Shami? I'm just trying to understand what.
I don't think Gujarat used RTM on Shami.
No, because the bid happens and then they check with the other team if
they want to use.
If they want to. They haven't.
They haven't.
So Shami is gone to Hyderabad
with that batting lineup, and then Mohammad Shami in the bowling lineup.
That's amazing.
I mean, they fell short in the last IPL. I believe that they are eyeing the trophy now. They want the trophy now. They are building a good bowling lineup because they already have a gun batting lineup. I don't believe they even need to look for more than 2 batters now. That too also a backup.
But I'm a little surprised that he hasn't been retained by Gujarat, because I thought he was gold for them in their venue.
I mean, either they have some other plans or something, because they must have thought of something. When you let go of someone like Mohammad Shami, it means you have a backup plan. You are thinking something. I hope whatever GT was planning, it comes off.
They've gone for David Miller, but again, they're bidding for him. They might not necessarily use the RTM. They might just bid for someone like a Miller. I think that's definitely what they are thinking of. So they've not used their RTM yet.
Yeah.
They've not used their RTM yet, and they didn't use it on Shami. I'm still sort of I'm a little in shock over that. I haven't been able to move past that.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. I'm equally shocked. I was shocked when they didn't retain him, and now them not using an RTM for Shami. Well, I think hopefully there will be an explanation after the auction. They will come out with a statement. But I'm also shocked with RCB. I mean, I thought they'll go all out for Rishabh Pant now that Punjab didn't. Punjab didn't go for Rishabh Pant. I thought RCB, with the second biggest purse in the auction, I thought they'll go for him, but I'm shocked that they backed out very early.
Which is what I think Vinit and I kind of touched upon. We obviously felt that they were saving up for a KL Rahul or a Yuzvendra Chahal, players whom we think they would mostly target. But yes, a lot of interest for David Miller. Again, unsurprisingly so. He's at 6.25 crores currently, and Delhi and Bengaluru sort of going at it with David Miller. Gujarat has that RTM card still. They can use that if they really have to, considering they did show some interest initially. But a player like David Miller, kind of quite an asset to any.
Absolutely, he's a gun player. He's what we call in today's generation a clutch player who can take the game away from you single-handedly, and he has that skill.
He did that against Chennai. I won't forget that.
And he has done that a lot with Punjab also. When he used to play for Punjab, I still remember that innings of David Miller along with I think Mandeep Singh at the Mohali Stadium. I was there in the stands and I saw him doing what he did in that match, hitting long sixes and winning the game for Punjab. He's a great artist, but sometimes I just imagine what the players is going through while his auction is going on. He's sitting at his home, David Miller in South Africa, relaxing, and then also nervous,
Some players obviously watching it, some prefer not to, and especially those who know a team is going to bid for them, because a lot of the franchises contact the players and let them know that they're going to be bidding for them. So when that happens, I think you probably don't really you don't want to sort of switch on the TVs or the digital screens in this case to see what's happening. But even as we speak, David Miller 7.5 crores. Gujarat in conversation there. Ashish Nehra, Vikram Solanki. Of course, I was there at that match. I was part of the Gujarat Titans team when David Miller played that unbelievable knock against Chennai, sealing that game when stacks and all when it was stacked against them high and dry. Rashid Khan coming in towards the end and also knocking off a few big hits to get them over the line. So he's quite sold. The player, and he is sold to
LSG.
To is it Lucknow?
Is it Lucknow?
I need to see who has come in there for David Miller. Things are going really fast.
I mean, there are too many teams. LSG. If I'm not wrong, it's LSG.
Lucknow seems to have
Super Giants. David Miller playing in the middle order of LSG. Yuzvendra Chahal is there, and we were discussing retentions when the retention list was announced, and this was the most shocking release for me. I still believe till date Royal Challengers Bangalore regret letting go of Yuzvendra Chahal. I never imagined Rajasthan to make the same mistake again.
Well, again, I do understand where this comes from, and it gets a little difficult when you're talking about a particular player like
leading
Yuzvendra
wicket
Chahal.
Taker in the history of Indian Premier League.
A player like Yuzvendra Chahal, again, there are a lot of factors why teams don't end up retaining a particular player. It's not just about not wanting to. I think that's a very small percentage when it comes to a quality player. I think a lot of things is about getting them back eventually. Then there's also the notion of what the player wants and whether the player wants more. So there are a lot of factors why a franchise doesn't end up retaining a player. But yes, Yuzvendra Chahal, we are seeing. So I'm a little surprised about quite a few things that's happened in this Marquee 2 set. But but things are moving pretty fast. So we're down to Yuzvendra, and we know that Toss is with us in Bombay, but Mumbai has been extremely quiet so far. Yes, they don't have the money to spend as well, but they've been very, very quiet. Very unlike a Mumbai franchise when it comes to bidding and sparking bidding wars. They're known for that. But Yuzvendra Chahal, we see Chennai and Gujarat vying for him. I'm just waiting for when Bengaluru will step in.
I hope that they go on to rectify their mistake. I was wondering the same thing if RCB will. I was wondering if RCB will rectify their mistake and get him back, but I don't see that happening. Gujarat Titans and Chennai Super Kings, fighting amongst themselves for Yuzvendra Chahal, and Chahal going back to MS Dhoni. I mean, that's again a match made in heaven.
And as we see, Punjab is stepping in now as well to get into the mix. But I have to quickly, as we continue this bidding contest, let's go over to Purnima, who's in Chennai, because again, Chennai has been quiet. They've shown some interest in a few players, including here, Yuzvendra. We don't know how far they would go. But Purnima, how is it going there? Our fans sort of waiting to see when that first big buy is going to come up.
Fans are quite disappointed because every player who's up for grabs, CSK not going beyond 8 crores, and the budget so far that the CSK team has is 55 crores. So, every player up for grabs, CSK initially starts the bidding process, but beyond 8 crores, there's complete silence. Are you quite disappointed? What are your expectations now?
Actually, they started off with Arshdeep Singh. That was the first player, and I thought they would go further for that. But they're not bid further than that. They're capping it around 8 crores or something like that. I hope they're holding the purse for players like Sundar, Natarajan, Ashwin, probably even James Anderson, all those players coming up. And we have Rachin Ravindra and others also coming up. We have old CSK players that we let go of. I hope they're all back. Probably we're just waiting to see. Even for Shami, Chennai started the bidding, and then we let go of Shami as well. So we are waiting for the auction to open up and then see what ends at who ends up at CSK. We are excited for that. Yes.
You're watching it live. Are you quite disappointed that we didn't buy any of the top players so far, CSK?
I think we are good. CSK has never been a team which splurges on players, goes for 15 crore, 20 crore bids. CSK has never been that. So I'm okay with current standings as of now, because there are a lot of players to come. There are a lot of Chennai specific players who have been in CSK historically, Conway, Ravindra, all that. So we'll wait and see what happens. Probably another 3-4 hours, and then we can take a look at that. Yeah. But as of now, I'm okay with what CSK is doing. CSK is doing what CSK usually does. It starts off and then waits. Yeah.
So CSK fans waiting patiently to see how it progresses through the day.
One thing I love about Chennai, Purnima, are the fans. I think they're just so clued in and they're so in tune with with cricket, with sport over there. I love it each time. And yes, Chennai is doing Chennai sort of things. They know they're conservative in their bidding. We have seen them up close, and we have seen them from far. That's how they roll. They only will open the lockers and open the safety deposit boxes for one player. That's about it. At the most, it was Deepak Chahar for the last time. I think 15 crores, and also for I think Daryl Mitchell. I think they went for 13. I think if I'm not mistaken. But Chennai doing Chennai things. But if we speak about Yuzvendra quickly right now. Again, Lucknow getting into this, and I'm wondering where they're heading with the rest of their purse. But Lucknow and Punjab getting into that battle with Yuzvendra.
Absolutely, I believe that he is a great asset to have in your team, and I'll be happy if someone like Punjab, because Punjab needs a good team. They have only retained 2 players, and they need to build. They already have a captain now. They need to build a good bowling lineup as well. And Yuzvendra Chahal as your lead spinner, I don't think it gets better than this. And there's obviously LSG also, fighting for Yuzvendra Chahal. 14 crore. I believe he deserves way more than this. Because, as I said, leading wicket taker in the history of IPL. So we'll have to wait and see. But I love Punjab Kings and their social game as well. We jump in the UZ rays, as they say. And this gif of Yuzvendra Chahal is viral. I mean, for years we have been watching this particular gif going around on social media. And I think we are close to having a winner here between Punjab and LSG. We'll have to wait and see. 14 crore Yuzvendra Chahal as of now. There's a fight going on between quite a few teams. They want to have a lead spinner. They want to have the most leading wicket taker in the history of IPL in their team. So we'll have to wait and see where does Chahal go. And as we said, Shashank Singh, Simran Singh, 2 retentions for Punjab. I mean, they were smart with it. And I think it is the Ricky Ponting effect, because Punjab was, I believe, in the past few years, they were all over the place. Now Ricky Ponting bringing that stability to that camp, to that management.
And as we speak, Bengaluru, after a very, very long discussion, very long, serious discussion between Mo Babat and a lot of the others at the table, have gone in to bid, and Punjab's not given up. It's Punjab. Bengaluru has called it off. That's it. I think 14.25 is all they could go for, and the bid is with Punjab. The bid is with Punjab for 4. Wait, who's jumped in now? I think someone else has jumped in, but it was 4.5. It's Hyderabad.
It's Hyderabad.
Again, Hyderabad coming in.
Hyderabad jumps out of nowhere. They just jump in out of nowhere.
I'm just wondering, with that purse, I'm guessing that purse is around 40 at this point, or maybe a little less than 40.
I think they had 45 crores at the start.
Oh, and they spent around 10 on Shami, so 30 or 30 is what their purse is at this point. I think Vineet made a lot of notes over here. Okay, gave up the notes midway. But if I could ask our team to sort of
they had 45 crore.
They had 45, and if I could ask my producer to just bring up what Shami was sold for, I'm just sort of wondering.
Shami was sold for 10 crores.
10 crores. So they have 35 at this point.
And they are bidding.
Thank you, producer. And director. Equal gratitude to both. But so Hyderabad with that 35 is still going in after Yuzi. So I'm guessing they have to. I think this is the only thing that they would sort of fight for if they really intend to pocket him, because then with that remaining purse, you only can hope for smart buys, which will come much later on in the auction. You can't think of really going in for any big buys. But they do have a major part of their 11 intact.
They already have the playing 11 that they have, along with Mohammad Shami now, and if they get Yuzvendra Chahal,
who's gone up to 17 crores.
Absolutely. I'm feeling bad for the other teams. Because if they get Chahal, this is going to be a very, very, very strong team.
This will be huge. This will be a huge buy for Hyderabad if they hold on. But I'm wondering where their planning and their portioning of their money is going really. But and I'll get in toss in just a bit. But 17.5 is what's it gone up to.
There was a time when this was the highest amount. This was a big amount, but now players going for 17, 17.5. Every second player is going for around 17, 18, 20, 26 we have seen. And this is the beauty of mega auctions that we are watching here rather. And 17.75 crore for Yuzvendra Chahal. We'll have to wait and see. Is it with Punjab or with SRH? right now.
No, I think Bengaluru went out. I think it's with Punjab.
It's with SRH. Punjab
it's
is
with Hyderabad with 7.5, 7.75 because Punjab went 7.5, 17.5.
Yeah.
Hyderabad came in there. The Hyderabad franchise jumped in with 17.75, and Punjab is heavily doing their calculations. Oh, we need this little later on. We need this play a little later on. And that tweet of Delhi Capitals is so apt. Yuzi chilling and watching the fun unfold. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a bidding gone up to 18. Punjab's bid gone up to 18 with the bid now on Hyderabad's table to respond to.
That's exactly how I imagine players, watching the IPL auction when their bid goes above 15 crores.
Not all players, guys.
Not all players. When their bid goes above 15, 16 crores, they just relax and see the fight now. Where am I going to...
Okay, Hyderabad's pulled off. Going with Punjab, basically Punjab. We said at the start, yes.
Yeah, Yuzvendra Chahal.
So after
Singh,
Arshdeep,
they have Yuzvendra Chahal, they have I think Shreyas
Iyer, and they have Yuzi. So we said Punjab would play party pooper and really spoil plans for all teams, and they've done exactly that. Toss. How difficult is it for Mumbai to sit and watch this even as Mohammad Siraj comes up?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's very, very difficult. I don't know why they haven't opened the account. I mean, that's how they say when you start your innings first, right? They haven't opened the account. So interesting bit it has been so far. Rishabh Pant, then Mitchell Stark, and now Yuzvendra Chahal, Mohammad Shami. I mean, I was surprised. Mohammad Shami just 10 crores.
Yeah.
Saw the Manjrekar's tweet. What happened exactly? Yeah, so this is surprising. But yeah, coming back to Yuzvendra Chahal, I would have preferred him to stay with, to go with Lucknow Super Giants, because they are, again, we'll go back to the wickets. I mean, the wickets are slower. You're going to play 7 matches at home. It's not easy for batters to bat out there. And when you have a bowler like Yuzvendra Chahal, it becomes very, very difficult. And leg spinners are not luxury anymore. They are one of the most important factors in when it comes to T20 cricket. You may not see them in Test cricket, the longer format, but you will definitely see them as an important cog in the wheel of different teams. And leg spinners have become useful ever since IPL has picked off in the mid of the IPL. So I don't know, Punjab or Lucknow Super Giants. Lucknow, he will be more effective for Lucknow Super Giants because Punjab are going to have batting tracks, and it's easier to bat against leg spinners when it's a flat track or maybe a fast track. But this guy Yuzvendra Chahal is a smart bowler, right? Whether it's Lucknow, whether it's Punjab, he knows he has got variations. He's got those googlies and the flippers and the zooters that comes off from his fingers and hand. I mean, definitely he's a great buy. I mean, and also the fact you're forgetting that he's only getting older, but he's also getting wiser with age. And the best part is naturally he's a slim guy, somebody who doesn't put on weight easily. So all that factors comes in. So wherever he goes.
Toss, just because you have some salt and pepper right now, now Yuzi is also gaining wisdom and all. But I get where you're coming from. But two things that's really struck me at this auction table so far: Bengaluru has been very circumspect despite having a big purse.
Absolutely.
Despite having a purse that they can really loosen up and they can splurge on, they've been very circumspect. Unlike the kind of auctions they've normally had in the past, where Bengaluru has wanted to go in for that big name, that X factor. Let's put the money behind it and let's get the Watson, let's get the Stark. They have big been names. Very, very circumspect. So that's one takeaway from me from this auction so far. And second, Punjab is looking like a decent. They've bought some decently big players and Indian players at that.
Absolutely, it has to be the Ricky Ponting effect because, as I said, that he brings that stability to the team management. And as far as RCB is concerned, I think their fans wanted them to think more in the auctions, and I think they have taken that way too seriously. They're just thinking. They're not going for players for a long time. But yeah, Punjab, I think they are doing great. Mohammad Siraj currently 12.25 crore. Rajasthan Royals
right now.
and Gujarat Titans, they are still fighting for Mohammad Siraj. We'll have to wait and see. I'm shocked. RCB still no RTM for Mohammad Siraj. And I was just reading a tweet by I think Rajasthan Royals, and they said pulls aage pulls, which is.
So are they going to sell it to Gujarat? I think the bid is with Gujarat. And it's almost going to, like, Siraj is almost going to, Bengaluru is not going in.
No. They said no.
Bengaluru is not going for Siraj. The bid is with Gujarat at this point to partner Kagis or Rabada when it comes to their matches in Ahmedabad is, of course, Mohammad Siraj pairs up with Kagiso there. What do you make of this new ball pair?
It's a great pair. I mean, Gujarat, they did a wonderful thing here because you have to have two great bowlers together, Kagiso Rabada. Mohammad Siraj is a good bowler. Obviously, he derails at times, but he's a great T20 bowler. But I'm wondering, RCB not retaining him. I'm wondering if Siraj would be knocking Virat's door in Perth right now.
No, so let's be very serious here though. But the RTM, I think if I was at the Bangalore table, I would use that RTM. I would look at using that RTM on a Glenn Maxwell or a Will Jacks. I think that's what I would probably hold back for. I wouldn't necessarily be. I would be seeing how I can figure out my bowlers on the purchase table, and I would use my RTM for a Will Jacks or a Glenn Maxwell. I'm pretty certain Glenn should go. I mean, I was thinking that there would be a fight for Chahal there, but with Bengaluru. But things can be very surprising. You never know what.
RCB has always been the bowling lineup. They have had a gun batting lineup for years.
And it's difficult in Chinnaswamy as well.
All the big names you have had. You have a McCallum, you have had a Watson, a Yuvraj Singh, a Chris Gayle, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, the man himself. But the issue was always the bowling lineup. As of now, you only have a Yash Dayal in your lineup. You only retained one bowler. People were, or rather fans were wondering that you will retain Mohammad Siraj. There's no way that you won't retain a Mohammad Siraj because the camaraderie he has with the team management, with Virat Kohli, who could be the captain, we don't know, because it looks like he would be the captain. They are not aiming for any captain as of now, RCB. But
are you exploring your options to take your career abroad? Then what you need is the right preparation strategy. You need to know the interview process for tech jobs abroad, how to apply for these jobs, and what you need to take care of before making the big move. Find all your answers in Scalar Masterclass on how to land an SDE job outside India. Understand the interview process of tech companies abroad. What are the factors to consider while moving abroad? And most importantly, what is the visa process for Indian techies? Click on the link below to register now.
So, I wonder if that will still be an issue for RCB, the bowling lineup.
Even as we speak now, Liam Livingston has come up in that M2 list. He's part of that M2 list, which means that we're going to have possibly KL Rahul up next as the last in that lot. Am I right? That is correct. Yep. So KL Rahul after this, but Liam Livingston, you have Bengaluru coming in for them. Yep. Delhi has jumped in for Liam. But Bengaluru going strong, and it's at 5 crores. Again, they do need obviously that firepower. Liam Livingston, really a good solve there, an all-rounder, must have for any setup. He proved a bit of his price tag when he was playing for Punjab. Quite a few crucial innings that he played for them when he was with that franchise. But how do you see this one playing out?
I mean, Livingston, the batter, I am a fan of, but him, the bowler at Chinnaswamy, I don't think that's a good idea because he's a sort of a part-time bowler. He's not an out-and-out all-rounder. Yeah. He bowls a bit, but in Chinnaswamy, you need specialist bowlers because he can go for 25-30 runs easily because the boundaries are very short and you won't back on him. You won't back him to do well with the ball in every match. You need someone, if you are going for an all-rounder, you go for an out-and-out all-rounder.
There's a bit of silence and Chennai has come in there. Now, we did sort of kind of predict this, that Chennai would go after and I'm sure Purnima and all her very, very intelligent fans in Chennai are very happy because they were keen on Chennai going in for Liam Livingston. But again, we don't know how far they'd be willing to go for someone like him and who else would persist at the heels. But yeah, that's the purse right now. 55 and 83.
Still 83 crores.
Bengaluru still have a lot, but Bengaluru will probably be waiting for that next person coming up on the list, which is KL Rahul. So really waiting for how to see how this plays out and how much they can actually push for this. But they've been pretty frugal so far in this mega auction, which has already seen 2 players go beyond 25 crores each. So kudos to a franchise like Bengaluru to hold on to their purse strings and be careful about what they were spending on. But Liam's sitting with in a battle between the 2 southern states, Chennai and Bengaluru.
8.25 crore as of now.
Oh, someone else has come in.
But Chennai, I think they have backed out.
No, Chennai is still there.
They're still there.
They're still there, but I guess someone else is coming in on that bid for, or they've gone off. Chennai's dropped out. It's still with Bengaluru, and I think the other team to come in there because they're still in conversation. But I'm wondering which is the other team that went in for the bid.
I believe English players are very risky to have because they often back out midway through the tournament because of their international commitments. We have seen
Punjab is not right to matching. So is it with Bengaluru? Has Bengaluru
think, more or less I think they have
bid? I think they have won the first big buy for Bengaluru people. Is it going to be the first buy for Bengaluru, and quite the price that you wouldn't expect a Bengaluru franchise to spend on a big marquee player. 8.75. That's a good buy for Bengaluru.
A smart buy.
Have to say that, yes.
Absolutely, a smart buy for Bengaluru. A great batter, but there is still a question mark for me personally. The bowler in him at Chinnaswamy is something that they'll have to look towards. They'll have to tackle. They'll have to work on it. But as a batter, and considering the opposite of what I just said, as a batter with those short boundaries, I think he will do wonderful in that stadium. But KL Rahul.
And that leads us to KL Rahul, the person who we were all waiting for. And I think will this be the second buy for Bengaluru, or will they surprise us? I don't know. We were sort of, the conversations that we were having regarding KL Rahul was that he would go back to his home ground. I'll be curious to see if Lucknow puts in a bid. Just curious.
No, they already have Rishabh Pant.
Just curious to see.
They have a wicketkeeper, they have a captain.
No, I just want to know if they'd say, hey, just a token,
Mr. Goenka.
just to start things off, just like a peace offering or an olive branch.
I don't
One
see
bid from
that
Lucknow.
happening.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if that happens. But Kolkata going
KKR and RCB, all in for KL. KL Rahul and KKR, that's an interesting take. Just to see him played at the Eden Gardens.
Who has Kolkata got so far? They haven't.
Kolkata.
They haven't purchased anybody.
They have.
They went in hard, of course, for Pant. Is it? They went in hard for Pant, but yeah, Kolkata hasn't.
No one
hasn't really purchased, which means they need a captain.
They need a captain.
Which means they're looking at possibly KL Rahul to captain their side, depending on how much.
But I don't think RCB will let him go. I don't think this will happen.
No, so my thought is if RCB is really investing this particular mega auction on their bowlers, if they really, because they know that with that small ground, they've really hit a very rough patch with their bowling squad in the past. If they're really kind of saving up to spend on a good bowling attack, then they would have a cap for how much they would want to go for KL Rahul.
But then they would have gone for Chahal or a Shami for.
But there are many other bowlers who are yet to come. There are many other good buys who are yet to come. They're good, proper spinners as well as pace bowlers who are yet to come in there in that list.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what I'm wondering. How far would
RCB go?
Would Kolkata and Bengaluru go?
It's 8.75 crore as of now. The fight is still on between KKR and RCB. KL Rahul used to play for LSG. Now he's back in the auctions. A big match player, played brilliantly recently in Perth. We all saw what he did. A different format altogether. But then again, KL Rahul, the batter, is. You can see the tweets. RCB has put out a tweet when the next name is KLR and there is a Jimmy Fallon standing up in the GIF. And I think they are interested. RCB, as we discussed, it could be sort of a homecoming for KL Rahul. And I often wonder, I get a hint that he also wants to, come back to his home ground. He plays for Karnataka in domestic cricket. RCB, he has played for RCB. He started, I think, if I'm not wrong, he started his IPL journey with RCB.
As he touches 10 crores, just quickly going across to Thos, who's still there. In a city that that hasn't really Mumbai, that hasn't really done much on the bidding front, but KL Rahul 10.75 with Kolkata and Bengaluru still interested. This is going to go up to 20 for sure. Thos, how do you see this playing out?
Very, very interesting that Mumbai hasn't opened their account. Again, I'm going back to that statement. I'm surprised what's happening. What's happening with Mumbai? But then, if I think again, see, Mumbai has all the cream players, all the marquee players are there in Mumbai. They have an opener in Rohit Sharma. They have an all-rounder in Hardik Pandya. They have a Jasprit Bumrah. They have Surya Kumar Yadav. So everything is sorted out. They just need to fill in those puzzles, So that is one thing. So where I'm sure you won't get from the, with 45 crores in that account, you won't get from the marquee players because you'll have to spend a lot of money from your pockets. So what will happen if you spend a lot of 10, 15, 20 crore on big players? What will happen? Nothing. You won't be able to fill the slot as well because you need a partner for Bumrah, you need a partner for Rohit Sharma, you need somebody to bat at along with Surya Kumar Yadav or maybe spinners, right?
This is a clear sign.
Spinners. So these factors might maybe you will see Mumbai coming in the second round. But KL Rahul definitely. KL Rahul, it's more of an emotional factor for Bengaluru, right? For Bengaluru, and I feel they will go all out for him. And KL Rahul in Test cricket right now, the way he's bounced back, it's been superb. It will give immense confidence to him, and I hope it continues. Bangalore would be desperately seeking that form of KL Rahul because we all know he's a batter, he's a classy batter, and everybody loves him. The only problem is his inconsistency off late. Off late, you won't find him in great rhythm, but then the way he started in Australia. Also, the factor here is Bengaluru is going to be batting tracks, right? Batters enjoy playing on those wickets. 7 matches in Bengaluru. If KL Rahul performs all those 7 matches, or maybe outside Bengaluru, a couple of games, all sorted for Bengaluru. So I think it's going to be a good move if Bengaluru goes for him, and also the emotional factor counts in. So KL Rahul, again, he's going to go big, I guess.
Yes, Thos, but you know what the surprising part now is? I think Bengaluru has pulled out of the race and Chennai is coming in hot for KL Rahul. Chennai is coming in for KL. There's a bid that they've put in there. Delhi seemed interested as well.
Well, I'm shocked. RCB backing out for
Chennai.
KL.
The bid is between Chennai and is it Delhi or is it Kolkata? Is it Chennai and Kolkata?
It's Delhi and Chennai, if I'm not wrong. I think
13 crores is what we have right now. Bengaluru seems to have dropped out.
What are the plan? What is the plan? Is there any plan behind all this? I'm wondering because KL Rahul is something was someone that fans were hoping that it's a no-brainer. They will go all out for KL Rahul homecoming, and I believe Rahul also wanted to sort of make a comeback to his home team.
Yeah, it's still with Delhi. With Delhi and Chennai going, and remember, Chennai needs a nice solid. They love a nice solid middle order bat. They had that with Ajinkya Rahane for a while. Ambati Rayudu playing that role as well for a few seasons. Though he moved up to open as well and then came down the order too. Interesting. Delhi has got KL Rahul. This sold to Delhi for 14 crores. They've got their captain, I'm guessing. Quite a good buy that for them. They'll be extremely happy with that. They really wanted to get a few players back in the first marquee list. They went in for quite a few of the players there.
I think this is going to be
Shreyas as well as Pant. They tried to right to match Pant as well, but 27 was a bit too much for Delhi. So KL Rahul finding a new home, yes. Not his original home though. He is going to
Delhi Capital, and I think this is interesting because I'm now thinking about the IPL Delhi pitches. Batters prefer batting on that surface, and KL Rahul, with all the noise that we have had around his strike rate, I think he's going to prove something, and I believe this is going to be his season. He's a great batter, we all know. It's just that he has not come out of his shell in the T20I format, I believe, and I think that this IPL on that surface of the Delhi stadium, I believe that he will, that Arun Jaitley should.
Act like a bull. Be like a bear. Start with a free demo account. Act, invest, achieve. Pocket Broker.
ऐसी सुपर बाइक के हेवी ड्यूटी इंजन को स्मूथली चलाता है एस्टर। सोचो अब यही स्मूथनेस आपके बाइक इंजन को मिल जाए तो फिर उसे कौन रोकेगा। इसीलिए सैवसॉल एस्टर 5 इसका एस्टर दे आम सिंथेटिक ऑयल के मुकाबले 35% कम फ्रिक्शन और बेहतर स्मूथनेस, यानी इंजन चले जैसे मक्खन। सैवसॉल एस्टर 5, जब ऐसी एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी हो तो आप कौन रोकेगा।
Playing a Border Gavaskar trophy, now being sold and being the most expensive player in the history of IPL. It's quite an interesting journey, and he deserves all that for what he has been through in the last 2 years, the recovery, the spirit that he has shown. But what an interesting auction this has been so far. Obviously, there's a lot that is yet to unroll in front of us, but big names, big bucks, something we were expecting. And I think that's the reason BCCI had this marquee list right in front, right at the start, with big names coming, with the Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul, Chahal, all the big names coming right in the front. And you can see KL Rahul 14 crore to the Delhi Capitals. Rishabh Pant, these are the big buys. Rishabh Pant 27 crore, LSG, Shreyas Iyer going to Punjab Kings 26.75 crore, Arshdeep Singh 18 crore retained RTM used by Punjab Kings, Yuzvendra Chahal again Punjab Kings 18 crore, and Joss Butler, the danger Butler 15.75 crore going to Gujarat Titans. Shubman Gill, Joss Butler and Sai Sudarshan. I think GT is also building a good team. They are a smart camp, GT. I believe they have had a very short journey so far in IPL, only 3 years, but they already have one trophy, one runner-up position, and they know what they are doing. So I back them. They are smart enough to build a good and a strong team, because this is a mega auction. You are building towards a new cycle. You are building a team from scratch. And they are Kagiso Rabada also gone to GT. Mohammad Siraj also, if I'm not wrong, gone to GT. So it's a gun team. I believe this is mega auctions is a battle half won. You build a good team, you build a good base, and then the fight starts on the field. But this is the first step that you need to pull off. And great. We already have tweets coming in from former cricketers. Harbhajan Singh, 18 crore for my champion brother Yuzvendra Chahal. Welcome to Punjab. देख कंगारू भी तेरी कॉपी करने लगते हैं. This is Harbhajan Singh. I mean, welcoming Yuzvendra Chahal to Punjab, to his hometown. And I'm pretty sure the players will also react in a while. They'll also put out tweets. They'll also put out their reactions. We often see players putting out videos when they are bought by a team. And but it's quite an interesting auction so far.
Right. So what's happened so far, if we just had to recap, Joss Butler going to Gujarat Titans. We had Shreyas Iyer, a big bidding war for Shreyas Iyer, and he's gone to Punjab. Lucknow taking in Rishabh Pant as well. And Kagiso Rabada going to Gujarat. Kagiso Rabada and Mohammad Siraj is who will pair up at the top with the ball there. And a few interesting buys there as well. Chennai and Bengaluru. Bengaluru coming in and getting in Liam Livingston, a good buy for them. And so too for Yuzvendra Chahal to find a place in Punjab. That squad shaping up pretty well under Ponting's mentorship. And yes, that's how it has panned out at this point. Quite an interesting auction. Both the marquee sets is pretty much wrapped up at this point.
Yep. as I said, quite an interesting auction so far. Big names, big bucks, and we have Taus, I think, with us. Taus, Mumbai, as we have been discussing, they have not yet opened the account. But so far, Punjab going for the Arshdeep, Singh, Yuzvendra Chahal, GT, building a good team. We have been discussing Kagiso Rabada, Mohammad Siraj, and then you already have a Shubman Gill up there with Sai Sudarshan. Your thoughts on GT and Punjab so far?
No, amazing. They were Arshdeep Singh is not surprising, right? They were supposed to go for Arshdeep Singh, and he's been playing for them over the time. But yeah, GT and they have Mohammad Siraj and Kagiso Rabada, very interesting pair of choice. I mean, Rabada is an experienced player. Siraj has also become experienced over the time, but he's been quite expensive. But then that is what the leader of the team has to, go for, make it into a lethal pair.
Who's coming?
That is the, target. That should be the target. How Kagiso Rabada and Siraj are going to play that role, because we can trust Rabada, somebody who's been there, who's done that over the years in T20 cricket, whether it's for South Africa, whether it's for any other IPL team. But Siraj, it's a tough buy, but then that's okay. He's returned to form in Australia. That's a good news for Gujarat Titans. They might be very happy, but then it's IPL, right? IPL happens in India, and the wickets are not that helpful like a Perth. And off late, you have seen Siraj has not been in great form. So I hope he returns to form. But a good choice, good choices. Whether it's Mitchell Starc, whether it's Yuzvendra Chahal, whether it's Liam Livingstone going to RCB. Again, RCB is an interesting choice. Liam Livingstone going to RCB on a shorter ground. He's a big hitter, a strong hitter, somebody who chips in with his right arm off spins. He won't be, I don't know if he's going to be as effective as he was maybe for his England side. But the Chennai Chinnaswamy Stadium ground is a bit smaller with the wicket. The ball doesn't turn much on that wicket, but then he's going to compensate. So Glenn Maxwell, maybe he could play the role of Glenn Maxwell if RCB doesn't go to doesn't go for Glenn Maxwell, or doesn't uses that RTM card. Again, Shreyas Iyer, I'm looking at Shreyas Iyer right now. Shreyas Iyer is a very, very good choice for Punjab. Again, they wanted a leader. I mean, over the years, Kanav, we have been talking about how important Punjab needed a face over the time. They have not had that. They had to go with Sam Curran. They have to go with other guys. I mean, their biggest brand was Yuvraj Singh. Then, I mean, the result did not come out. So I think Shreyas has the leadership. He has done it before for KKR. He has led Delhi Capitals. He's a good, massive, amazing T20 batter, and a good leader. I mean, he's played a lot of cricket, right? He's played a lot of cricket, so he brings in a package for Punjab. While talking about KL Rahul, I mean, why they should have gone for Bangalore? I'm surprised. Bangalore should have gone for KL Rahul, but then they have their limits, right? They have their limits. Whether they can go beyond a certain point, whether they can breach that code, breach that barrier which they had kept for KL Rahul. That might have gone against their own strategy or maybe the rule, because it's not just one or two players that they have to buy. They have to buy a whole lot of other players, right? They have to fill in the slots. Strategy यही होती है कि आपको अलग-अलग slots के लिए players buy करने पड़ते हैं. Fast bowlers के लिए spinners, then you have top order batters. You have a Virat Kohli. You have retained a couple of players. So these factors count in, right? It's not just about one or two players being bought in for huge amount and then people will talk about them. No, it's about filling the slots. It's about the wants. It's about the things, the experience they need. It's about the balance that they should have when it comes to T20 cricket. All that factor counts in. So I think all have been smart right now. I am still wondering what happened to Mumbai Indians. I would like to speak to a few fans if they come over here. I mean, you can see all of them are busy. I mean, they are playing their game. It's a Sunday, Kanav. It's a Sunday, so they are loving their cricket. They are keenly following the IPL auction at home. But here it's all action, boy. It's all action. So, but I've had the chat with these youngsters, and they wanted a few players who have already been sold. Yeah. So, but I will definitely go for ask this guy. He's a Mumbai Indian fan wearing that Mumbai Indians t-shirt. यार अभी तक किसी को खरीदा नहीं इन्होंने. आप क्या मतलब सरप्राइज हो कि नहीं मुंबई इंडियंस ने?
हाँ.
सरप्राइज हो? किसी को लिया नहीं. आप कोई स्ट्रैटेजी बनाए थे कि मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए?
बनाई थी.
क्या बनाया था आपने?
अच्छे अच्छे प्लेयर लेना था मुंबई इंडियंस को. अभी तक मेरे को पता नहीं था. मुंबई इंडियंस ने कुछ लिया नहीं. मेरे को लगा लिया होगा.
अभी तक लिया नहीं है. लिया इसको लगा he thought that Mumbai Indians might have bought the players by now, but yeah, again I mean it's the strategy, right? They have the players, they have the marquee players, they have the biggest of the players in their lineup. So I mean expecting players from 14 crore, 20 crore, 25 crore, it's going to be very very difficult. It becomes difficult in the upcoming hours or maybe next day for Mumbai Indians because they have just 45 crores and it's quite difficult. But they have the cream players. They have nothing to complain right now. They have the best of the players. So I think the fans are still happy.
Yeah. But Taus, you have been covering Mumbai cricket. You have covered a lot of Mumbai Indian matches. We have been together covering at the Wankhede a lot of Mumbai Indian matches. What do you think the strategy could be for Mumbai Indians? Because they don't have a big purse. They only have 45 crore. The retention list that they have had so far is quite big. The Rohit Sharma, they have a Jasprit Bumrah, they have a Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Tilak Verma who has scored 3 back-to-back T20I centuries. So what do you think could be their strategy for this IPL auction? So far they have not gone for any player. What is your take on Mumbai's strategy? What could they be eyeing for? Young players, uncapped players? What do you think?
See, Mumbai has always been all about building players, building future. I mean, so that could be because Rohit Sharma is getting older, and the best part was they have retained the superstar Rohit Sharma, and they have an all-rounder in Hardik Pandya. They have Jasprit Bumrah. So they want partners. For example, if you take Rohit Sharma, they want a partner for Rohit Sharma. Will they go for, because Ishan Kishan, right? Ishan Kishan was supposed to be one of them, but I don't think so. They are going to look at their old strategy, which flopped last year, right? They did not click much in the last season, so they might have a new strategy completely. They might have a young, more dynamic, or maybe an Ankrish Raghuvanshi. I mean, you saw what he did for KKR. He's a dynamic player. Maybe Mumbai Indians might be eyeing for that youngster who could open with Rohit Sharma, or maybe some other guy, some other talented opener. Middle order is sorted. You have Surya Kumar Yadav, but then you need another guy, somebody, a wicket keeper. You need a wicket keeper. Rishabh Pant is gone. Ishan Kishan is gone. George Butler is gone. The big names have gone. So you might see Mumbai Indians going for a future, maybe uncapped wicket keeper batters, or maybe from players from outside India, maybe international players, maybe from an associate nation. They have amazing talent scouts, I tell you. Otherwise, they wouldn't have won 5 IPL titles, right? I mean, it's not easy to win so many titles. And also the Champions League, 2 Champions League. One against under the leadership of Harbhajan Singh, the other Rohit Sharma. So they have been the most successful franchise in IPL, and the reason for that is that they have built on the future. They have targeted the young players, young blood, and T20 cricket is about youngsters, right? It's definitely experience plays a role, and they have the experience in their lineup. They have the Rohit Sharmas and the Bumrahs and the Pandyas and Yadav, but you need a mix. You need the young legs. You need fresh legs. Somebody, you need daredevil attitude. Maybe Rohit Sharma may be cautious in his own start as a batter, but you need daredevil batters who can go out there, start hitting from ball 1. You saw exactly what happened in the again. Did I miss out on Tilak Verma? See, again you have Tilak Verma. So your middle order is sorted out, right? Surya, Tilak Verma and Hardik Pandya. Again, if you look at what happened in South Africa, the way Team India played, they dominated completely. They scored massive run, and it was all young side, right? It was all youngsters out there expressing themselves, hitting those sixes, unbelievable shots. But it may have been in South Africa on batting tracks, but it won't be different in IPL. So Mumbai Indians has a clear strategy. It's playing bold cricket and betting on the future, punting on the future, and that is what they might be looking for. Hence, they did not go for the marquee players, because these guys, these